Three, two.
Welcome back, everyone, to Stories from the Unbound Shores. Where we left off some number of weeks ago at this point, the party had finished dealing with um, Atlas and his uh, ghostly wife, and had made their way back towards the West Village, at which point they found the nightmare and have made a deal with it that it keeps from killing things in exchange for food. About a cow a week, I think, was the
Yeah, sounds right.
going rate. And then, as we found out, cows are only 10 gold pieces, so for an adventuring party, that's fairly sustainable.
Not too bad. Probably
Ah,
less than Leah spends on summoning Lorelei in the other game.
probably. Uh, with there being some debate about the approach the party would take when traveling to populated areas. But other than that, I think that's at least the cliff notes of what happened last time. Can anyone think of anything important that I may have missed?
No. Melisari and Rowan had gotten through their discussion, so now I believe we can carry on to the Gnomish village.
So, I believe you guys still have some amount of wind walk left. However, the nightmare does not.
We don't have anyone walk. Remember, we spent several days in the...
Yeah, that's true. You don't. So it will actually take you a little bit of time to get back.
I think it was something like 4 hours with wind walk, so it should probably take, I don't know what that is, half a day, a
The,
whole day.
the conversion
2
was about
days.
2 days for the half the time of wind walk, just because it's like a ridiculous, I think it's 30, 40 miles an hour
Yeah.
flying.
Yeah. Straight line.
Oh. So, just for player preference at this point, you guys have been back and forth through this particular section of continent a couple times now. I can have there be encounters and things on the way back, or if you'd like to just kind of try to move along at least until we have the next plot hook established, we can do that.
I don't mind fighting things. We are stuck walking the whole way, so it wouldn't not make sense.
Indeed.
All right, I believe I have something. I just don't know if I have a map for it. So one moment while I pull up my details.
The deets.
We're still at level 10, right?
You're at whatever level everyone else is at. I don't.
Thanks.
What do I have? Escal?
I
So
mean,
helpful.
new campaign.
Escal, I need to roll one.
10. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so I didn't have it ready like I thought I did. Awesome. So let me just.
Winging it.
Yep, pretty much. Okay. Yeah, I can just use. You know, I do have one map set up. Just don't really have the encounter fully planned for it, but we're gonna wing it and go from there. So. Okay, that just need to snag some tokens and pull you guys here. So, token A, token B, token C. Nope, that's on top of the tree. And the horse wouldn't be with you guys because you walked to the fortress, and the horse did not have that. The ability to keep up with that. Okay, so now I just need to pull you guys in.
I think I was doing it again. Trying to talk without
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh shit, that's it? I can absolutely buy that. Sorry.
Sure. Just gonna pull up the stats for this thing real quick, and I should be able to get this going.
That's how this feels right now.
So you want these. So you want these.
I have a fabulous amount of money.
I was always more a Gen 2 person. A fabulous amount of money? That's not shabby, but wait, what's that? 150. Yeah, nowhere near enough to get components for my new spell.
All right, I was going to use this thing.
I'm gonna buy a spell and I'm excited for it. We need telepathic bond. So I'm gonna get telepathic bond.
The spell I can prepare now is scrying, but I don't have the components for it.
Ooh.
And I don't have enough money to buy the components. I have about half of what I need.
That little? It's like 100 gold per focus, right?
1,000.
Oh.
1,000 GP for focus. I've got about 650. 80 maybe.
Oh, I'm thinking of, I think, clairvoyance. That's what it is.
Clairvoyance, clairaudience. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Goodness?
What?
You said goodness?
My goodness is that I keep yawning. I can't stop.
About half of what I need. The other half should be right around here, so should have it soon. Sorry. You know what? I think that'll do. All right. That. Make sure it's queued up for your guys' characters.
Clairvoyance would be nice to have too.
And if we can make some more money and of scrying, just like clairvoyance,
I
but
think I
for
have enough money for both. I don't know that I have the 1,000
Well,
gold though for scoring components. I might.
like I
And we
said, I've
probably
got
will
like
when we get
680.
paid. Because we still need to get paid, right?
I don't know. No one agreed to pay me.
Technically accurate, though I suppose we, or though I suspect we can get, you know, give you part of Turk and Eskel's portion. And now we've lost a lot of people along the way.
All of them?
adding.
We've lost all of them?
Is not wrong.
There are no originals left except for Belisari, who wasn't even there from
Yeah,
the
I'm not even
beginning.
original.
All right, I'm
I
just
just
putting.
heard nice drow, Death Knight. Sounds like fun. I'll come.
Well, you still got a nice drow and a Death Knight.
I still have a nice drow and a Death Knight.
Well, no, the Death Knight's done and gone at least.
Yeah, but I got the Death Knight.
That's what I'm looking for. That'll do. All right. Just double checking. What are your guys' like health and spell slots?
Maximums or
That's a good
currents?
question.
Currents.
Well, my health is max right now. My spell slots, I have 1/4 level spent. And that's it.
All right, then that should be fine.
I think it's because we
That's only one
leveled up and got a
person.
long rest.
You have a lot of things spent. Oh, sorry.
I mean, I've used 6 spells. 2 detect thoughts at least, possibly another detect thoughts. I don't know what the second, third level spell is from. Tongues, maybe?
Probably.
Yeah, because I think I tried casting tongues and that didn't work because the nightmare can't actually make language sounds.
All right. Well,
Probably a tongues and 3
I just have Death Ward spent.
thoughts.
That's it.
I'm assuming the first level spell slot used is from mage armor.
Probably.
yeah, that would like detect magic maybe, but yeah. Okay.
I always cast detect magic as a ritual.
So then, oh, I don't have audio going.
Audio?
Like music.
Oh, yeah, there isn't any on this map currently.
Ambient forest. Oh, just throw up that for now. Okay.
There it goes. So we're walking back south toward the Gnomish village.
Correct. Oh, cool. The compass is oriented correctly. So, you guys will find yourself in this kind of canyon terrain. And I'm making some assumptions here just because I've delayed enough as it is. Uh, as it would have provided kind of like the easiest, most sturdy kind of footpaths, but does leave you a tad boxed in. Uh, can I move? No, I can't. So I'm gonna make this thing first. So as you're kind of moving along, just because again I've delayed enough, so I'm gonna just speed this up a tad. You'll find what appears to be uh, a body of some kind on the ground.
Can we tell what kind of body?
I mean, humanoid, larger than something like a halfling or dwarf or gnome, uh, but not much beyond that. It's in a pretty gruesome state.
Can we use medicine to determine more?
Sure.
Nice. Hey. Medicine. Medicine for Roland is a 21.
21.
21.
All right. Well, uh, you'll see that its lower half, uh, like I mean, parts of its lower legs are missing, but seems that like a large portion of its lower kind of half of its side have been severely damaged with by acid of some form.
If we perceive or investigate the surroundings, do we see if more of the area is also damaged in this way?
Um, sure. If you guys want to roll either perception or survival, depending if you're like, yeah, either would work really. Yes, just dealer's
Survival's
choice.
an 18.
All right. You will see there's kind of like some drag marks behind this thing. On this body where they've likely been kind of like army crawling themselves north with some kind of uh, acid style burns in the well, what should be stone, but based on my theme of the framing, but is grass on the battle map. So it's kind of like what's a drag path coming from down here.
Okay. In the absence of others doing so, I will go look at where this path leads from.
And as you get there, you'll see another. If the trail starts to get kind of wider and bloodier, the farther south you go, and you'll see it pass another body over here
Oh dear.
that's in a similar state.
It seems there are others in this state.
How much do you want to be moved up along with the rest of these? With the rest of the group?
Aurelion?
Hmm?
We're moving up and investigating. Do you want to move up with us?
Oh,
Yep.
I forgot to do a thing.
Oh dear. Oh.
That thing. Because I hadn't made that adjustment after I set the music.
Evening time.
Alright, I will move slowly, taking the defensive action as I approach the next body.
Uh, as you're moving along, those of you near the back will see the nightmare kind of sniff at the first set of remains, and just give kind of a "Ugh" face and move on. Uh,
By the way, does the nightmare give off heat? Like, are we gonna be uncomfortable standing next to her?
oh, would give off heat. Yeah, it would give off heat, but probably not enough to make you uncomfortable unless it's actively attacking you.
So, like a little toasty campfire that moves along with us?
Sure. Like, I mean, if you were in a particularly warm area, it'd certainly be uncomfortable, but in the current area, it's not a problem.
And she just wanted to go by Nightmare, was what she said.
For now, at least. Um, as you approach the second body, you'll see it's in much the same state, just with the damage being farther up the torso, with one arm entirely missing.
Now, does this one also look like it crawled away from another location, or does it look like this area got bathed in acid?
This one, it's kind of hard to tell because there's like more drag marks and things. So either this one was also crawling away, or the first one crawled a very long distance before it died.
Mhm. And is there any chance of telling how long ago this occurred? Survival or medicine?
Medicine.
Got a 4.
I mean, you can't be certain, but just based on the smell, like, they're not, like, days. Like, this likely happened at some point today.
Mm. I just, as the others approach, I'm going to turn back and say in a somewhat hushed voice,
I would be careful. It is probable that whatever did this is not far off. I think this happened today.
now I'm just going to be moving up as quietly as I can. My stealth disadvantage. A 19 and a 2.
Not bad. Oh, never mind. I heard the 19 and didn't process for a second that the 2 was the disadvantage roll.
Right?
Means it's a 2.
Yep.
Alright.
Has it
Nothing.
been over 8 hours since we left? I'm gonna assume it's been over 8 hours since I casted Mage or casted?
I don't think so, because this is not long after you had the conversation with the Nightmare. So I'm going to say it's probably around, like, the 6 or 7 hour mark. So you're close, but not quite over.
Okay. Well, I'm just thinking that,
Because if we are
probably
over
cast
the
that
8 hour mark, then we
day.
also got to deal with, like, the forced march checks, which are just going to add a whole another layer of complication to this.
Well, but we might have sat around waiting on Atlas for a while, and I probably would have already cast it by that point.
Well, it is up to you.
Such.
You can recast it or have the previous casting hold for the next hour or so.
I'll think about it.
Alright. So, are you two moving up with Roland?
Yeah, I'm keeping a cautious distance behind, but I will remain within about 30 to 60 feet of him.
And what about you, Thomas?
Oh, I'm right behind him.
Alright. As you move up, you'll see. Oh, this isn't quite the right spot.
Is he trying to be stealthy?
Roland is. But as he kind of breaks around the corner, the person over here will immediately turn and look in your direction.
Seeing that stealth has failed, I'm just going to walk straight toward him.
He'll be kind of like you'll have had a brief second to look at him before he starts reacting. So he seems to be kind of like trying to change the body.
Trying to do what?
Like kind of tend to it, like see about like if there was anything to be done for the person, or if you know burial type things.
Hmm.
But seeing a drow approach, he starts backing away slowly, but is somewhat confused by the elven companions.
Oh, wait till he sees the nightmare.
Hold there, friends. I would like a word with you. Only a word.
That's surprising. What do you want?
I want to know what you are doing in such a dangerous place surrounded by so much death.
I'm trying to do my job. And you'll see him. It'll be a little bit difficult to make out this distance, but it's not enough. You'd see a symbol of him hold up a symbol of the Red Queen.
I
Do you know
see.
what happened here?
No, don't.
I am going to approach you.
And actually, as you start approaching, so if you wouldn't mind stopping about, say, here. Or, well, actually, that's fine. If you guys want to move up as well, that's fine. You'll hear a somewhat strange, eerie sound that you don't really know quite how to place. As a, well, for lack of a better term, tentacle seems to have snaked out of the pit behind him and now hoisted this man off the ground. If
Okay.
y'all would
Great.
like to roll some initiative.
Great. Geez, not even from the pit, just out of the middle of nowhere.
No, it's from the pit, but I can't really, you know,
Oh, that's
make a
long then.
line.
Hey, natural 20.
Ooh, 17 on die. 19. That's pretty damn good for me.
Nope.
13.
Now I just need to add copies of each of these. Is there a way to copy a... No, there's not. Because of course there's not. So, these things are monstrous.
Oh, I forgot I can do that. I'm sitting here thinking maybe I should cast see invisibility like a little while back before we could, see what was going on. I forgot that I have a way to just do that now.
What do you mean?
I think it was level 10 ability. I get the third eye, where once per short rest I can gain a fancy benefit that has to do with sight.
Alright. So, sorry, what was your initiative?
19.
Roland?
I was a nat 20.
Alright. Aurelion?
13.
13. Now I just need to go to the counter builder and have that thing all rolled up. And of course, so upon the tentacle having grabbed your new acquaintance,
I don't know if we can even call him that yet. We don't even know his name.
That's why he's an acquaintance, not a friend.
Yeah, but you can know someone's name without them being a friend.
Yeah.
We're not yet acquainted. He's a stranger.
Close enough. Anyways.
How does he seem to feel about this?
Bad. Just let sunshine. Oh shit! As it gets kind of picked up and hoisted into the air. Let me start up some battle music.
We didn't make any sort of stipulations with the nightmare about them protecting us, did we?
I have no
Yeah,
idea how
yeah,
she's going to respond.
I forgot to roll for the nightmare. Let me just.
I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't feel like participating in this.
Yeah, I just need to. Okay. So
Oops.
I need to.
I was putting in our initiative just in
Advantage.
case, and I accidentally hit send
What?
instead of making a new line.
Good thing Tom Bombadil over there doesn't have a turn in initiative, or else I'd be worried about him dying.
Uh, I'll get 10. But there we go.
Ah, damn it, Tom.
Game board, so make sure you listen. Battle music. Alrighty. Roll it. It is your turn.
It is my turn. I'm going to quickly look back at the others and say,
I have Death Ward. Let me tank it.
and then I'm going to quickly cast a pair of spells. I am going to, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on the tentacle. This is what I can see. So it has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Alright. um. oh, so- what's the DC?
16.
Alright, it fails.
Oh wow, I actually hit something with Sacred Flame. Alrighty. It's going to receive 3 radiant damage.
Alrighty.
And then I am
Check.
going to cast. Let's see, what is the. Is it every 2 levels? It's 2 levels, so I'd have to use a 4th levels. But. Probably worth it.
So wait, you should roll minimum on your.
I rolled a 2 and a 1.
You should have 3 dice now. Sure. Oh no, it does go up to 11, doesn't it?
Goes up at
Yeah.
11.
Sorry.
So
Okay.
I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon at 4th level. And so please give unto me a weapon token here.
If it would. Place. The heck. There we go.
And that's going to roll. Okay, a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
And it's going to deal 8 plus 3. Okay, 14, 17 force damage.
That is a number. All right.
Significantly. Same dice roll, just the other end of the spectrum. Alright, and I'll...
Oh, and one thing I'm just gonna address up front.
Yeah.
Mechanically, the tentacles and the other thing you'll see in a minute are all different creatures, but thematically they're meant to be the same.
Yeah.
This way you can kind of attack the different tentacles, destroy them.
Yeah. I figured that was
Yeah.
the case. Alright, and then this is my last thing I'll just say. We'll get you done from there.
Oh, sorry. Your turn.
Can I roll to have any sort of idea what these things are?
Sure. You can. You know what? You pick your intelligence check. DCs will be different depending on what you pick, but anything can really apply.
I'm gonna go with. Let's see, it's a tentacle monster. I'm gonna go with Arcana.
Okay.
Wow. Nat 1. I know jack shit. Total of 9.
Yeah, you're not really sure what this thing is.
Yeah.
Just that it's creepy.
Quite. Alright. I'm going to. I'm gonna move up. How hurt does the first tentacle look?
Not blooded yet.
I only hit it effectively once.
It was damage, though. There's nothing to scoff at.
3 points of damage. 3 points of damage. Did it seem particularly resistant or weak to either radiant or force?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna move up a little bit. Actually, I don't know if I can see those. I think I can. And I can. I'm going to cast Wall of Force. Let's see. It is a flat surface made up of 10 by 10 foot panels. No, wait. They sprung up out of the ground, didn't they?
It's like coming up out of the hole and then like tracking across the ground up behind him, and then it's hoisted him up in the air. So it's like a long tentacle leading back to that big hole.
Maybe that's not really gonna work then.
Probably not.
Okay, well, I will move up and I will just cast Ray of Frost on that first tentacle until I have a better idea of what the fuck is going on here.
Pretty cool little token there, isn't it?
Ray of Frost is 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
And we've got 10 frost damage, cold damage, whatever, and speed reduced by 10 feet.
Alright, takes 10 points of damage. It is now bloody.
And oh, cool. Turn end.
Watch as opposed pulls a total Hydra on us, cut off a tentacle, and 2 more come back.
Ugh.
Nightmare.
Sorry, I was muted. So the nightmare immediately goes to the ethereal plane.
Yep.
Cool.
Whoop.
It's hard to remember that it's a horse when it looks like a dog.
Yeah.
Well, it's what I've got to work with. It's either that or the giant horse. Aurelion, your turn.
Okay. What exactly am I looking at? Like, is it a giant tentacle?
Yes. There are 4 giant
Or-
tentacles, all coming out of the pit farther to the south.
And I know they're hostile.
Well, they are currently
They grabbed up a
dangling
dude who said he was a cleric of the Raven Queen.
And he yelled, "Oh
Okay.
shit!"
is currently dangling by his ankle.
Oh.
Huh?
And he hasn't told us not to attack his pet or anything like that, so...
I think 40 feet of movement might get me to slightly in front of
5, 10,
Roland?
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yep. "40 feet of movement gets you just in front of Roland."
Yeah, so that's what I'll do. I'll just move up. And I'm going to dodge.
Reasonable.
So that moves to the tentacle turns. So, I should probably put this guy to the
Just
side.
hang in there, Tom.
So, all right. So he's effectively grappled. I guess that wasn't clear. So its speed reduced by 10, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right then. 10. What? So speed's normally. Wait, I just saw a second. Speed's normally 40, so now it's 30. And it takes extra 5 feet. So it can, so it's
Go 15.
15. So as it's dragging him backwards, it will also begin crushing him in its grip.
Well, hope he's not actually just a commoner.
Well, he's not dead yet, so probably not.
We'll find
I'm
out.
just like, knowing my luck, he is.
5, 10, 15, 20,
Oh dear.
25, 30, 35,
Oh dear.
40.
I have concerns. I have so many concerns.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 35, 40. And these are all just moving up and dodging. Nowhere it goes, and he will attempt to break free of his grapple. You'll see him kind of pull out a knife and try to like hack his tentacle.
Ready?
But it does not seem to be much success.
Unfortunate.
Will not do anything. Roland, your turn.
It's me. I think what I will do... Well, I'm going to start with the bonus action and have the sword roll to attack. Scoring another 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
And getting 18 points of force damage.
18 points of force damage.
Yep.
Alright, it was very bloodied.
I think in light of that, I was going to just activate Spirit Guardians, but I really want him not to get pulled into the hole. So have it roll a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save.
Yes.
Okay. Step back up. And alright. What is the DC?
16.
It succeeds.
That's unfortunate.
You feel like this spell should have taken effect, but has been resisted in some manner. In short, it has magic resistance.
Interesting. Did I feel the same way about Sacred Flame?
It technically did have the same resistance. I was just keeping it under wraps till one failed.
And 5, 6. Okay, well, having failed that spell, I'm just going to move to keep up with it. And end my turn.
Alright. Well, sorry.
It's just I'm assuming the one squishing our new, not quite acquaintance, was, using its action to crush and not dodge.
Correct.
There, I'm gonna just Ray of Frost it again, I think.
Alright. What's the range on that?
60. I mean, I'm gonna move up to be able to fit it, but
Yeah, it's one square too far at the moment.
here we are. Dice says 21 to hit.
I believe it hits. Let me double check its AC. Yep, that hits.
And 9 damage.
9 damage kills it.
Woohoo!
As acquaintance, friend, stranger thing is dropped to the ground and lands prone.
Alright, I think that is my turn.
Rally on. Oh, why is the... 1 moment. Back level. Alright, your turn.
Alright, that thing's... Wow. Was that 10 feet between us?
Yes. 2 spaces.
It probably wants to smush you.
Yeah, I'm going to... Wait a second. Let me see. Whew, what bonus actions do I get beside? Oh yeah, I have level 1 exhaustion. Disadvantage on ability check. No, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just going to rage and then close the distance and attack.
Alright, you have disadvantage because it is dodging.
I am going to recklessly attack to give myself to...
Even it out.
Yep. Well, let's see. First attack... 17.
17 will hit.
So that's 3 plus 6 is 9 magical piercing damage. Yeah.
All right. It takes damage.
That's 22 to hit. So
That will also hit.
that's 7 magical piercing damage.
All right. Takes the damage.
And that's it.
All right. Then it becomes the tentacle turn. Alrighty. So this thing. So this one here is going to shoot out a ball of light to over in this jail area. And as it flashes, I need both Aurelion and Roldan and the tentacle therein to make charisma saves.
Charisma saves?
Wisdom.
Charisma?
Charisma, sorry. I was thinking, I got wisdom, and you know what? You know what I mean.
I do now.
Charisma.
Well, unfortunately, I sucked, but
I figured it was one of those two.
would have been better if it was wisdom. But I rolled for shit, so I got.
Yeah, it's all the same to me.
Wait a minute. It's a charisma saving throw. Is this a charm effect?
It is not a charm effect.
Is it magical sleep?
It is not magical sleep.
Okay, I got a 12.
All right, and what about you, Aurelion?
I'm checking that that's actually D20. I got a 6.
All right, you both fail and are stunned until the end of, I think, your next turn, if I read it correctly.
Oh, fuck me.
So that's this one's action. The one next to, well, I guess both of you, is going to make an attack at Aurelion to try and grab him.
Got advantage.
Yep. Although it would have had advantage in this because he attacked recklessly. Okay. Does a 22 hit you, Aurelion?
Yeah.
This is very
Alright.
bad.
It picks you up and begins to crush you. Please take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
This is so bad.
Region.
Which will have to 5.
Okay, none of the spells I have up right now are concentration, so the sword and my death ward all stay.
20, and it will drag you back.
I feel like we are very boned.
These things don't have a ton of health.
Still
What is
took
it?
4 attacks to down one.
Yeah, but I think you're not as in trouble as you think, but still not great. All right, so this removes
I have just come to learn that
5
it's a very, very, very bad thing, and I never want to be in that position again.
and 15, and this one will try to grab Roland.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hear Roland without starting to hear Rawhide in my head.
Wow. How did that happen?
I mean, how did that happen?
I mean, I never think about Rawhide. Why are you thinking about Rawhide?
Keep them doggies rolling,
I know, I'm
right?
familiar with it. It's just not what comes to mind.
Free association, baby.
Meet I free associate. Why is that in your head?
Because
All right,
it starts
does
with Roland.
a 25 hit you?
A 25 will hit.
All right, then you are grappled. Please take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is it magical?
It is not.
Oh, I will not take 11 points. I will take 8.
15. 20, 25, 35. That's first move. And that is the tentacle turn.
I have much distress.
Commoner is going to. That was tied, knock it up. Is going to stand up. And start making a run for it.
God damn him. We saved you, and you're just gonna run.
Yeah. What do you want him to do? Die after we tried to save him?
20.
Oh wait, he probably doesn't have any weapons, does he?
I mean, you see a dagger on him, but he does not have any real visible ornaments.
Okay, fair enough. What the hell is he doing out in Elysium all alone then? The fuck is wrong with this guy?
25.
Anyway, whatever.
Actually, like that. 30. Okay. This thing, but it potentially does things when things are in the pit. So, Roland, your turn.
I do nothing.
Oh, right. Well, sorry, your turn.
Great. So I think you answered this at the beginning, but do I get a sense that they're like all part of the same creature?
Yes. Thematically, they are the same creature. Mechanically, they are 5 separate creatures.
Okay, but when you say mechanically,
It means that they each have their own HP and their own turns that they move on, but they're all going to move as though they're one creature.
yeah. I figured I wouldn't be able to split the tentacle in half, but I was wondering if I could separate a tentacle from the others.
By killing it, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you could try. I mean, along that line, you could try attacking the thing in the hole, since that's where they're all coming from.
Can we see the thing in the hole?
No, but it's making sounds. You're aware there's something down there.
Yeah, I don't think I want to get close enough to actually see the thing that's down there.
I am just
Issue.
trying to follow your line of logic there, because if they're all coming from the same place, perhaps that would do something. But not when you get close to the hole, then no, your options are limited.
Okay, I'm going to.
You can try and free them. If a creature is like pushed, it doesn't automatically carry what it's holding. So if you're able to like push the tentacles off of them, they would break the grapple automatically.
Other way around. Well, it might actually work both ways. Never mind. Go with the DM.
How far did I see them move again? It was like 40 move speed?
Yeah, 40 is their base, but they have to. But it's effectively difficult terrain to drag someone.
I'm just trying to move out of this one's range. Can I step on the dead body over here?
Yeah.
I'll kind of try to daintily avoid actually touching it, but let me see, does that even... Yeah, no, that still puts me in range, doesn't matter. I'm gonna not step on the dead body then. And I am going to cast Ray of Frost again at, I guess, the one dragging Roland.
All right.
Wait. I mean, I guess it didn't come into play with the commoner, right? So, whatever.
Well,
Alright, that's a 22 to hit.
Hit.
And that's only 6 cold damage, but again, slowed 10 feet.
All right.
And that's
Anything
the
else?
fucking turn. Sadly, I only
Alrighty.
have one bonus, and it's not gonna do me a whole... Actually, it kind of would do me some good, so maybe I will, Misty Step. No, it's not. Never mind. Carry on.
My wayward son.
Something like that.
Alrighty. Oh,
There'll be peace when you are done.
this one's right. Oh. The tentacle that got slowed is going to launch one of those light orbs at you, Melzari.
Of course it is.
So I need a charisma saving throw.
I'm so boned. Ooh, and maybe a little less boned. 13?
Don't you try. Woo!
Do you have anything that you'd like to use on that?
I don't think I have anything I can use on that. Oh, I guess there's inspiration, but honestly, I'm probably not going to roll better than that. That was a 13 on die. I have 0 charisma save plus.
Then that is a fail. You
Oh, fuck. I guess there is portents. It's fine.
know,
I'm
you
not gonna... It's too late.
try your hardest, but you don't quite manage to brush off the uh, physical and mental effects of the strange light.
I don't think I rolled portents.
If you'd like to do so now, please do so.
I should probably do that.
10.
Bye, Aurelion.
Wow. Alright, I
Not
got
quite. It only gets to right here. It's going to get basically all the way off the pit before it's allowed to drop him. So that's one more turn for you guys to respond. But Aurelion does need to take 11. Well, actually, no, just it's just an attack.
I'm gonna name this monster Charybdis. That seems like a good name for this monster.
Does a 15 hit you, Aurelion?
Nope.
Then, as it's trying to crush you, it's you don't wear armor, do you?
What?
You don't wear armor, correct?
No.
Then you're able to kind of use your muscles to strain out against its crushing influence and keep it from further harming you for the moment. It's the Congress' turn.
He keeps booking it.
20. He's gonna take the hide action. so that I don't have to deal with it for now. Alright, that's Roland. It's your turn. You are not stunned.
Okay. I am not stunned. And I'm gonna have my sword move over here and give this thing a whack. Maybe. 17 to hit.
17. That will hit.
Okay. It will please receive 6 points of force damage.
It takes 6 points of force damage.
And then I think I'm just going to whack it myself, since it seems to be a bit protected from other types of spells. So, Finessed Force. Let's see. Okay, it's a versatile, that's why it's got the 2 damage types.
Are you still being held though?
Yes.
Okay.
Means I'm at
Carry on.
disadvantage. Well, am I at disadvantage? Am I restrained? Grappled? I don't think I'm at disadvantage.
You are restrained. That is one of the effects of this grapple qualities. So, you do have attack rolls against. Yeah, so you do have disadvantage on attack rolls. As I typically go with like the full ability when it's used, it grapples a creature when it attacks and hits them. You can only have one grapple at a time. It has a set DC of 14 if you want to try and break the grapple.
Yeah, but I'm at disadvantage to try and break the grapple too, so I might as well deal damage.
Well, you're not at disadvantage to break the grapple.
Why would I not be? That's what restrained is. Restrained is a disadvantage to attack and disadvantage to get out.
No,
Why,
it's just no. It's restrained is your speed is 0. Can't benefit bonus. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Your attack rolls have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage of dexterity saving throws.
Oh, hold up. Attack rolls have advantage? I mean...
Against the grappled creature.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Duh. Carry on. Anyway, point being, you only have disadvantage on dex saving throws.
My athletics is shite. Is the 6 points of damage that I just did the only thing it's taken?
It took a little bit from a Ray of Frost, but not much. It's not bloodied yet.
Okay.
It's taken a total of 12 so far, I think.
Fine. 19 on athletics check.
Alright, you managed to break the grapple. And are no longer restrained.
Yep, unfortunately. Alright, I break the grapple with my action. I'm going to then move here. That I'm under Aurelion.
Can you move him?
Here. That way
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
trigger an
think
attack of opportunity, but I'm in position to have an opportunity attack when it tries to go into the hole.
Alright.
And that's all I can do.
Well, sorry, stunned. Stunned is now over. Aurelion, your turn.
Is my stunt over, or is it just...
Your stun's over. Yours wore off last round, so you have your turn this time.
Am I still grappled?
Yep.
You are still grappled.
And you're
And-
restrained, so the only thing I can recommend is if you're good at athletics, you have a better chance of escaping by rolling athletics than you do of doing damage with disadvantage on attacks.
Okay. Yeah, I'll roll athletics to escape.
All right. You have advantage because you're raging.
Do I?
Yep, you have advantage on strength checks, like strength ability checks, which athletics is.
I think I also have disadvantage because I'm exhausted.
Oh, that's important to know.
You're exhausted?
Yeah, because I frenzied.
Did the
Berserkers
frenzied
are gonna
rage
shit with
end?
that.
When?
It doesn't matter. It's
Oh,
I'm exhausted.
Well,
weird.
if the frenzied rage is still going, then you're not.
Oh no, that ended ages ago.
Oh,
That was like the last fight.
what
The
fight?
last fight was before
Last-
Atlas, so you've had days to rest. That exhaustion should be going.
Oh, well
Yeah,
then
it's like 4 days later now.
let me get rid of that exhaustion. So, oh, yeah, that's right. That's slightly better. That's a 20.
You're free.
Huzzah!
Nice. Don't want to go down in the hole and get at.
Yeah, please don't get eaten. That would be very
Don't tell me what I want.
unfortunate for me.
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
I think that's it. Because that's my action. No bonus action. No point in moving.
All right. Then it is a technical turn. And who do we lose? No one. I guess I'm insane. Okay.
What?
I heard like a disconnect sound, but everyone's here, so I don't know what happened.
We had a lurker.
Ah. All right. So, this one is going to make an attack at Roland. Does a 21 hit.
Yep.
All right. Please take 11 points of bludgeoning damage, which you can reduce with your armor master.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's sensitive to fly.
Am I restrained again?
You are restrained again, but I'm basically making it its action to put you in the pit. So you are in position to be dropped, but not currently dropped. Uh, this one's going to make an attack against Aurelion. Does a 9 hit you?
A 9.
A 9, yes.
No.
All right. And it stays there doing its wiggly business. From here, we'll also make an attack against Aurelion. Does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
All right.
God
Oh,
damn.
actually, you need to move closer. So please take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Round it down.
10, 20, 30. And, oh. All right. Roland, it is your turn.
Alright. Bonus action to move up the sword and have it attack.
Alright.
Crits.
Nice.
Woo!
8. And another 8. 16 and 3. 19 points of force damage.
Alrighty. It is bloody.
And then I'm going to drop a 5th level spell.
Okay. What's dropping?
I am going to... I can see down into the pit, right?
That is correct.
And I can see that there is a creature down there with tentacles coming up.
Yep. In a large toothy maw.
Okay. Well then. I'm going to drop a flame strike to hit all 3 tentacles that I can see that are here, and that creature, because the pillar is 40 feet high.
Yep. Alright, that tracks. What's the save? Dex?
For flame strike, the save is Dex.
Alright, so tentacle holding you. Yeah, what's the save DC?
16.
16. It got a 12, so it fails.
Nice.
Tentacle, oh, that's doing nothing at the moment. Well, holding nothing at the moment. Got in line, so it fails. Tentacle holding Aurelion. Got a 3, so it fails. And the core, what is its dex save? Presumably worse. Oh yes, much, much worse. It got a -2.
Okay.
Well then.
I would like this creature to please take 11 points fire damage. And then 18 points radiant damage.
Alright, the tentacle holding you dies. Okay, so it's 11 and 18, so that's a total of 29.
Yes.
So it's not resistant or vulnerable to either.
Roll 2
Wiggly
ones.
Tentacle is nearly dead. Matter of fact, if you don't have inspiration, feel free to take some for that, because that's a just good thinking overall.
Nice. Is anybody missing inspiration? I actually still have some. I should have used it earlier.
I have mine.
Alright. Oh.
Oh well.
That's okay. And then I'm gonna move the fuck away.
Alright. And then the thing in the pit.
I want to ask what's in there.
Charybdis.
What?
Charybdis.
Are you saying that in character? Because I'm asking in character.
I named it in character. I named it Charybdis.
So both the
Do I have
tentacles.
any idea what that's supposed to mean?
I have no idea. Do you read?
I mean, yeah.
Then probably.
Both the tentacles are bloody. The one that's not holding Aurelion is very bloody.
Okay.
And the core is not yet bloodied.
A core.
Melsar, it is your turn.
Get Aurelion down. Thing's going to eat him.
Maybe standing directly next to Roland is a bad idea.
I mean, I just moved back far enough that if it grabbed me again, it would have to move back to the pit before pulling me in.
I don't know why I'm bothering to check. I'm gonna cast Magic Missile.
There you go.
Alright.
They're both bloody.
And they're both bloody, and let me see.
The one not.
This one here is very, very bloody.
The close one is very, very bloody.
Yep.
I'm gonna cast Magic Missile
Okay.
at 4th level.
Okay. How are you dividing your darts?
I'm trying to figure that out. The one further is the one holding Aurelion, right?
Correct.
I don't like this, but I'm gonna cast 5 at that one and 1 at the closer one.
And what level did you see your casting this at?
At
4th.
4.
That's six
Oh.
darts.
I misheard. My bad. Alright, so 5 at the
Yeah, done.
one close one. Okay. Roll me some damage if you wouldn't mind, starting with the close one.
Okay, starting with the close one, we've got. Ooh, max. That is 5 force damage.
That kills it exactly.
Woohoo!
Boop.
Woo!
And now for the far one.
Hey, 5d4 plus 5. You got this.
Alright, that is. Hang on. 13 so far. I still have 2 more. What did I just say? I had 13 so far?
Yep.
Yes.
And that's another 6, so 19.
19. Alright. It is still up.
Was that with the 5?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the full 5.
Alright.
However, it is very bloodied. Anything else, Malasari?
I think that's it.
Alright. Aurelion, it is your turn.
Am I restrained again?
You are.
And before
Alright.
you roll anything, let me know. Also,
Restrained, yes, and attack
No.
rolls, advantage. Attack rolls, disadvantage.
what had you rolled on the first time you did the athletics check?
19.
19 total.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a 20. I got rolled a 12.
Okay. Okay, cool. Is that metagaming?
No, like, I've told you the DC.
Okay. Wait, you told me the DC?
Yeah, it's 14.
Oh, okay, cool.
I like to have the... Just pretty much as abilities are used, you get to know them in their entirety.
Cool, cool, cool.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna attack this thing.
Alright. Do you want to Reckless to make it a even roll?
Yep.
Alright. Before you roll anything, I believe Melsari has a question to ask you.
Not question. I'm gonna give you portents. You automatically have a 14. That should be enough, right? That should be enough.
Alright. What's your attack modifier?
Plus 10.
Yep, alright, you hit it.
Woo!
Roll some damage.
3 plus 6 is 9 magical piercing.
Alright. With the 9 magical piercing, it goes down.
Woo!
Woo!
And with that, the core effectively dies.
That's lucky.
I mean, I have this fight generally designed that if you kill the core, the tentacles go down, but if you kill the tentacles, the core goes down.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you're fighting the core, you're in a heck of a lot more danger because you're next to the pit where you can get dropped in and eaten and hard to get out. It's a whole thing. But since it's meant to be one monster, it's basically just dying of the massive blood loss from the shambles spewing all over the place.
I did not like that creature at all.
Are there large rocks around me?
Yes.
Can I see the thing in the hole?
You can see it as it's kind of in death throes.
Yeah, I'm picking up rocks and just throwing them in on it.
Wump,
Fair enough.
wump, wump. Let me die in peace, wump.
I'm going to tentatively approach the hole and peer in.
Reminds me of sea monster from a book I once read. You surface dwellers are very imaginative. And now I realize perhaps it was not imagination.
You know, I could go for some calamari.
Beast, if that is what you wish.
It can't talk to us directly.
Oh, well, you get this one for free because I thought it was funny.
Okay. Okay, hang on, I got this. It appears right next to Aurelion.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of like stamps its feet, prances a little bit, and peers into the hole. And that's how it communicates. Yeah, I could go for this. I want to eat this.
It's looking more at the tentacle bits themselves as they're up here and much more easy to access. But yes.
Fair enough.
Gesture, like, have at it.
So it's gonna start eating.
Munch, 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 munch.
I did not expect to see such a creature in the woods. I would have thought that I would be aware of the existence of such creatures in a land I have lived in my whole 500-year life.
Yeah, that's actually somewhat alarming, because you've not seen this before. You've seen pretty much everything that's here normally.
Does it look like a monstrosity or an aberration?
You're not quite, well, actually, roll me some Arcana or Religion.
Or religion, huh? Let's see here. That is... Religion is... 15 religion.
It seems like it could be an aberration given the look of it. But also its the kind of like strange properties of its light bombs or flash bombs, for lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that
As it wasn't entirely physical, as it would, stun you. That's also the charisma save.
Yeah.
It's not impossible for monstrosities to have these, but just kind of the strange and uneasy qualities would have you lean towards aberration.
I do not think this was a natural creature. I think we should be very careful around these parts now. It was just zombies and my own kind, carrying the people of the lands. Now perhaps there are other things out there going, what do they say, bump in the night.
I'm also quite curious about this body of water.
I can sense you back there, Tom Bombadil.
He's
Does Lord of the Rings exist in this?
Does now.
At least that name does.
Whoop.
He's just really kind of approaching slowly with, all weapons stowed, head somewhat bowed ashamedly.
What do you know about this creature?
I don't know anything about it. I wasn't here much before you.
It did not attack
Thank
us.
you for saving me.
What are you doing out here alone?
As I was... well, I wasn't going to explain, but now things have changed. I am a scout for the Raven Queen's forces, trying to get an idea as to where some of these larger populations of undead are coming from, among other things. Uh, but I was out here trying to get an idea of what all might be coming in the next wave, for lack of a better term, so that our encampments could be prepared.
Which encampment are we close to, as far as we know?
The I don't really have them named, but there's one near the Wizard Tower, but that's still several days away. So you'd imagine there's probably one closer somewhere, but that's the closest one you know of.
What is your name?
I always forget to give people names.
Give people names. I'll call you Tom for now.
Philip.
Yep. This creature that attacked us just now did not use any acid, which has me concerned about how these people, I say, indicating the bodies, died. If not to this creature, then to whom? To what?
Well, we never fought the main body directly. Perhaps they were able to escape after being dragged to it. Let's hope.
It doesn't seem terribly likely to me, he says, like, glancing back over the edge down the deep, deep drop.
Yeah, I'm gonna peek down too again.
I had my concerns that some other creature with acid had been through was lurking around here. Are these forces of the Raven Queen?
It's possible, but I don't see any. Well, despite their condition, I expect that there's still be some form of armored heraldry, something that would identify them as such. These don't appear to be ours.
And how far away is your encampment?
About 2.5 days.
You're scouting quite far ahead of your group.
We're trying to find the source of where all these things are coming from.
Yes.
I want a insight. I mean, I know he showed us his symbol, but all the same.
Anyone can have a symbol, so that's perfectly reasonable to insight.
Some of the undead were caused by a death knight that inhabited the area of the Forgotten Fortress. We recently dealt with this death knight, and he is no longer a threat. He has been passed on to the afterlife and to the Raven Queen, parts beyond. But he did mention that some of the undead in the area were not his doing, and that they originated further to the west of the Forgotten Fortress area. Perhaps you should begin your search in that area.
Thank you. You kind of just now like looking over your shoulder. Interesting friend you have there.
You mean Nightmare?
She was
Mm.
once a Pegasus, right? That was what it was?
All
We're hoping
nightmares were.
to find a way to... Well, yes, but I mean... we're trying to find a way to return her to her original state.
No, we are
Also, I
not.
rolled 17 for, insight.
We are definitely not trying to return her to her original state. It is not possible.
I thought that was the idea for how to save her?
There's nothing to save. This is what she is.
I'm gonna turn back to the nightmare. That was my understanding.
I mean, it's difficult to tell, but I mean, she just kind of shrugs. Yeah, but as far as 17 goes, yeah, he seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
You're fairly certain that he was hiding something from you that you'd know.
Okay.
In the event.
But I mean, what was our goal otherwise? Like, I'm kind of asking out of character at this point, just so that, because this is something that I would understand, I would think, from our previous conversations.
Yeah, it's a fiend, which, in general, fiends are evil. Like, they don't have a personality. They're not people. Fiends are fiends. This one
Yes.
has proven that it has a personality and is not evil directly, is capable of choosing, which means it's a person. It's sapient. And so if it is willing to find a way to survive that does not involve wanton destruction and killing, then Roland is perfectly happy to help it to do that.
Well, yeah, but I thought her coming along was kind of not just for purposes of keeping her from attacking things. We offered to try and find a way to help her further than that. Remember there being a...
She had expressed desires of wanting to return to her previous form, but didn't think it didn't.
Yeah,
Didn't know if it was possible or not.
Yeah, because Atlas had proposed that if there was a way to greater restoration, like, superpower that spell.
So wish.
Also, there's also Wish might be able to help.
But short of wish, I don't think there's anything. I have access to greater restoration now, I just don't have the materials.
Not mechanically in game, but...
I mean, this is just not a conversation that's going to go well with Roland.
This is a conversation we already had. Like, this was what was originally proposed to the nightmare that made her kind of listen and be intrigued to go along with us.
I wasn't part of that conversation then. You had a lot of one-sided stuff that we couldn't understand what was going on.
I mean, I had said early on, like, what if it were possible to return you to a previous state? You wouldn't have heard the answer to that, but you would have heard that question asked.
Yeah.
And she's certainly not objecting to what I've just said.
We don't have a way. What we agreed to was feeding her. But maybe the answer is in your mage's tower.
Well, at any rate.
Well, this is our, I believe, our usual stopping point. Does anyone need to get off?
Let's see.
What do you mean?
Unless I have forgotten, don't we normally stop? Well, stop around this time. Like, does anyone need to go?
This is usually when we stop, yes. Down.
Yeah, because I have to get up for work.
All right. Then, a bit better to prepare, and hopefully we can pick up this conversation next week.
Okay.
That's the plan.
I hope you guys had fun fighting my borderline Sarlacc pit.
Yes.
Sorry, things were a bit haphazard.
Haphazard. Alright then. We will meet next week then.
Oh, you just jumped right in.
What?
End the stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, dream.
Bye bye.